They know that the American people are stronger when they work. They know that the American people are stronger when we work together. The elites in this country, they want us to be divided. They want us to be divided. We are a great threat to those who are trying to control us. Conservatives and progressives could work as one and repair our country, but the top 1% benefits from our perceived incompatibility. They know that the American people are stronger when they work together, and that's why it's so accepted that we are so separate. The people are capable of working together, and they are stronger for it, and they know that. One-sided issues do not have to build this wall between parties, nor be reinforced by the propaganda that has thus far successfully infected the American population. America has forgotten the dream that earned it the title of the free world. It has forgotten its origins on the pillars of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And from drawing eyes across the globe, holding their attention for the impressive strides we made, we are put to shame by our modern politics. We suffer now from dangerous working conditions, a fruitless land, and kids who graduate high school without any direction. The neglect drains our economy of its rightful prosperity, and it renders valuable manpower unable to support their own country. It ensures that the American dream remains just that, a dream. America must remember what it means to be the land of the free. Our working class suffers from being denied living wages by the top 1% using all of their money on cheap labor. Our representatives have far outlasted their welcome, and the world requires the eyes of somebody who understands what it is, not what it was. When we treat this world as what it was, we fail to adjust for the changes. We suffer now from improper law enforcement and children who are not adequately prepared for life beyond childhood. Listen, I just want to have a beer with my neighbors without thinking they're some political enemy. I wish I lived in an America that united its people and we could have conversations without threatening each other. Everyone is shutting down attempts at connection, and they just see my arguments as the socialist agenda. I wish I could speak about my concerns for our country, but nobody's going to hear me out on it. Now we could stop the tape there, and neither person would have agreed. But if we look further... I learned about our national service programs. And by God, I think we can save this economy. I did learn about something called national service programs, and I really do think we can save our communities. But no conservative would care about putting money back in the hands of the working class. We could make our workers the best in the world, but the Democrats are too busy taking hard-earned money from our working men. And if we combined this with a more solid education system, America would once again be for the people, not for the billionaires. I do think we need to step up our education in America. Kids are learning how to be unprepared, not how to be workers. This is why we have to outsource, and I know I'd prefer eating my food knowing that it didn't spend hours on a cargo ship. Now, if we keep our kids in a system that teaches them individual expression above everything else, we will end up in a country of artists and nobody to fix our plumbing. But I guess I can see that if we teach these kids hard skills and they learn to financially support, if they are so creatively inclined, the national service programs and youth employment are solid avenues for this. But if our schools go back to looking down on creativity, we will end up with an authoritarian society where nobody feels that their lives are fulfilling. Early jobs should not be lifeless. They should be engaging, and they should help structure the youth's understanding of the world and what they are interested in. Did you say I just agreed with a leftist? There are people fighting against this political corruption, such as the Futures Agenda, which is a policy organization, an organization that will not just focus on debate for the sake of debate. We will speak with each other for the sake of learning and understanding how we can run this country in the interest of all of its people. But it is not just to support the Futures agenda alone. It is to possess the mindset that is at the core of it. To think about your country in the context of you and your neighbors. The people need a place to have real conversations about the direction we take with our country going forward. And at this point, we are at a crossroads in which we won't be able to turn back. The Futures agenda is recruiting all willing participants in the fight for individual, national, and family integrity. This in hopes of building a more perfect union and a home for all of America's people.